Alright, so for this video we're going to learn how to use the merging tools, or creating branches and then merging them into your master branch with GitKraken. Currently I am on the master branch of repo testing 2 that we created in the last video. I'm using Atom as my editor, and let's see here, we'll check GitKraken out. Yep, so we are on the master branch. We're going to go over here and we're going to branch and give it a name, test2. Pressing space does not let you put spaces in there, so it's going to have to be all one word, camel case, Pascal, whatever you prefer. I prefer using hyphens, and I believe, yep, you can do underscores. Okay, and there we go. So that has been created. Also, if we go to my repositories, update this, go to testing 2, currently only has one branch, which is just fine. And where am I at? There we are. Okay, so now we're going to go back to Atom. Actually, we are not going to go to Atom, we're going to go to GitKraken. Now, this is how in GitKraken you would switch between your branches. So if you didn't want anything being directly committed to your master branch, you would come up here and switch to your test branch, then open your editor up, and then go about adding whatever code you wanted into that. So we're going to come over here to Atom, create a new file, save this. Save that, and then we're going to come over to GitKraken, and we are going to give this just a little bit of a message, and then we are going to stage the file, commit the change, and push. What remote branch should we use? Push and to pull from, so origin. Yep, origin is going to be your GitHub account. So we're going to submit this. Okay, now let's go out and look at my account. Okay. So now we have 2 branches. And now you can see everything that is here. Notice the difference how test branch 2 has an item in there and my master branch does not have anything. It just has the readme file. So what we're going to do is we are going to go over to GitKraken. I'm going to show you the same thing. Switch over to master, and you check out on the left hand side how before it had saved the hello world test branch 2. It's with Atom, it currently has a little blue dot up here that turns into the X when you don't want it, when you want to get rid of this particular file. But it's saying that, hey, you've got a file that you made, you have not saved it, and it's not currently saved on your master branch. And it doesn't know what the heck is going on. But when you look at GitKraken, you can see that when you go to the different branches, okay, well, this branch has something in it, whereas if I go back to my master branch, there's nothing in there. So what you want to do is do what I had just done and go back to your master branch and say you want to merge these items from the branch into your master. You're going to right click, and we are going to merge test2 branch 1 into the master. So now your origin is here. What that means is that out on GitHub, what it sees is that the master has nothing in there. All right. And then your origin and your local repository are on the same page for the second branch. Up here, your local repository for master does not match what is actually out on GitHub. So by merging the test2 branch into the master, we're going to then push. And then if we go out to my GitHub and we refresh, you'll see that test2 branch has been now pulled in. All right, so now what we want to do, it's from what I've seen at work and what I've been reading online as well for best practices, it's a best practice to go ahead and delete the branch that was just merged, because there's no other purpose for that branch since you have merged all of the changes that you have deemed as safe and code. I call it code complementing, meaning that there's not going to be any issues with the code and it's not going to cause any problems. You have said, okay, this code is good to commit and I want to merge all of this code from this branch back into the master, and then it will then add that code back into the master branch. So what we're going to do is delete the branch that is no longer needed. Okay, come down here to delete test2 branch 1. This is a destructive operation. Are you sure you want to delete test2 branch 1? Yes. Push to update my origin. Okay, so then we're going to go out to this guy. Hopefully this worked. Does not look like it did. Oh, this is going to be fun. No reason for Adam right now. So now, delete origin test2 branch. So what I believe I did before was deleted the local yeah, I deleted the local that I had on my computer. So now if I delete this, deleting the origin, meaning it's out on GitHub, delete that, that operation is done. Now we are going to push go back to my GitHub. Oh, that's new. Click on this guy. Go to repositories, testing 2. And now you can see that in the branches, there's no longer a testing 2 branch 1. Now, the benefits of using branches and then merging the code that is safe afterwards is, say you are in a group of 10 to 15 people, you're working on a large assignment, but you have a master, so then you would create a branch with everything that is in your master. From there, the people would grab their sections and create a branch and name it whatever they're working on in that piece. And typically when somebody works on their own branch, they're not working on anything that another person is going to be working on, so you don't have code conflicts and a lot of merge issues. So after everybody is going to be done on their branches, usually there's about one or two people that are most knowledgeable with how the version control works. So they will then take the branches that were made by the other people and will pull and merge all those branches into the copied master branch. As long as there's no conflicts in that code, they will then take that code and merge that into the main master branch. And that way you have a master branch that will have all the most current and up-to-date code in it. So then say for the next project, you would just then create another master branch, and then everybody would branch off of that copied master branch and go from there. And then they would do the same process of making sure there were no code conflicts, and they would merge everything back down the reverse order and back down into the master branch. And from there, they are able to control the code and stop any code conflicts that would happen if you were working directly with your master branch. Because if you're working with just a straight master branch, things get a little hairy. Like, let's see. If I go here, I don't branch off whatsoever. Sometimes I will sit there, I'll delete something if I need to, but for the most part, this is my master branch. It just sits there in a solid state, going straight forward. Now what I should be doing is create the file. I should then branch that file and then work on it from there, get it to work, and then when it's working, I should merge that branch back into the master uh, branch that I had previously created and whatnot. So it has ups and downs. I'm not giving you guys all the tips and tricks just for the fact that it's a learning process and nobody is ever perfect, for the fact that you are going to mess up every now and then. You will end up screwing up a merge somehow. It is possible, and with those mistakes, you're going to learn how to avoid that, and you'll start to get in your head a way of best practices and how to do something in a way that is efficient for you, but at the same time simple enough to remember. Because in coding and in life in general, things get crazy, and with a lot of things going on, it can cause a bit of a hectic situation to the point where you may forget and you may accidentally commit the wrong code or screw up a merge, and it may screw things up for a few hours. But once you go through the process of screwing it up once, you're going to know what you did wrong and not do it again for the next time. So I think this is going to be the end of the video, and I will go ahead and get everything set up and shipped out for YouTube. I think I have maybe one more video to do, possibly. We will see. Alright, well, thanks guys. Thanks for watching my videos, and hopefully I've helped. If not, well, leave a comment, and we'll see what happens. Thanks.